Sup players, and welcome to this video. I'm TechTCG, and in today's video we're going to open up 2 boxes of Rarity Collection 5. So basically guys, this will potentially be my last Rarity Collection 5 opening because, well, in my opinion I like this set, but I don't want to just, waste money on boxes. Just to attempt to pull some of the full arts in this. I've already bought some of them online in singles, so yeah. And basically, before we continue, guys, I don't know if I have plans about opening up the new Battles of Legends set. In my opinion, the only card that I could potentially have interest in is over tuning, or what's it called, the new spell that we're getting. So yeah, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I'm also going to upload, I don't know when it will be in within the next couple of days, I believe. But I will upload a deck profile, a Blackwing deck profile, with the new Red Dragon Archfiend stuff, because I feel like that is one of the more cooler versions of Blackwings, and the deck itself is actually pretty fun to play. So yeah, because it benefits heavily from Blazing Dominion. You can play cards like Harmonia, you can play Dominus Spark as well. So yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much a cool deck to basically play. So yeah. But yeah, 2 boxes of this set. Let's see if we're lucky enough to pull a full art. And there are still cards in here that I want to, collect some of the extended arts. We have Dragon Drive to begin with. I can't remember. I believe, yeah, the full arts are in the front as well. So yeah, I'm gonna sort it out. We have the extended arts, full arts, call it what you will. Super rares, then we have ultra rares, and we have our first ultimate rare, the Medica Nation, and then we have a secret rare, Tatsunoko. So yeah, pretty crazy cards, I'll say, that we can pull in this set. That also means that we have to do it like this. So branded in High Spirits, sorry, Heavy Polymerization. Ultra Castira Fenrir. And then we have Crimson Gaia, and that is actually a card that I wanted in Secret Rare. And we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I actually like this artwork a lot. I always have been a big fan of the original artwork. I feel like that the original artwork is the best of the card. Just in my opinion. Alright, we have Super Rare Primate Dragon Ether Barrel. Really great card in Blue Eyes as well. We have Albion the Shrouded Dragon, Rocket Tracer, Starlight Rare, Combined Creation, and Sky Striker Ace Rose. We're gonna put our Starlights up here. So, pretty good pull, I'll say. Any Starlight Rare is just nice to have, in my opinion. I feel like that when Konami did with the QCRs was great, but I hope that he doesn't do the same thing, like printing like 1,000 copies of full arts. In my opinion, it will not make sense. Because I feel like that full arts is something that you should actually, as a collector, hunt after collecting. Instead, okay, like with the QCRs, for example, I've decided to only collect 300 of them instead of every one of them. So yeah, but we have Marksman King Tell Super Rare, Elixir of Black Awakening, Ultimate Rare Yummy Surprise, Link Rebo Secret Rare, and Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames Ultra Rare. But yeah, guys, in my opinion, I feel like that with the full art, they should definitely, go into and not like printing a ton of them, because it will not make sense in my opinion. Clockwork Knight, Sayuja, Combined Creation once again. We have Count Severe, and we have Raigeki. But yeah, in my opinion, guys, it will not make sense to, print 1,000 copies of different full arts, or maybe even more, because then the collecting part of it will not be as fun. So yeah, Ancient Gear Fusion, Collector's Rare, Thespian Choruses. Then we have another collector's rare Tatsunoko, Super Quantum Red Layer, and Laundry Dragon Maid. But yeah, basically, guys, in my opinion, we're just gonna put the packs here, over here, and then we have our collector's rare right here. That is just my opinion, guys, on it, on the whole situation, that they should definitely consider not doing as much. Like, I like the idea, but just don't hype it up too much. We have Lordly Load, Quick Launch. Well, I can see we have a little Starlight Rare incoming. Castira Unicorn Starlight Rare. It's actually funny. And then we have Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I like this set a lot. I feel like that they kind of redeemed the Castira cards, like Unicorn and Finri in this, because they did not give them a QCR. Then we have finally a Starlight Rare for each of them, which is pretty great. But yeah. Okay, I kind of spoiled it. Also, something that it's actually funny with the Terrestrial having yes here, because in my opinion, it makes sense with stuff like Crossout Designator that says no, I will continue to do my thing, or no, you may not negate my card. And on Dimension Shifter, for example, we have buy, because buy to all cards in the graveyard. Terrestrial, I have never understood why it says yes. Maybe it's because the Konami was like, okay, yes, I will banish up to one card from your hand. Yes, I will banish one from your field, and yes, I will banish one from your graveyard. But in my opinion, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, we have Sprite Starter, we have 5 mana, another Raigeki, and Special Schedule Platinum Secret Rare. I actually forgot that Rarity. We're putting you over here. I'm just trying to sort out as much as possible, because that just makes sense for me, mostly. Sayuja, another Yuki Onna, Diviner, then we have Platinum, Fiendsmith's Lacrima, and Starlight Rare Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. That is nice. That is nice. Yeah, we're putting it in the Starlight pool. But yeah, overall, guys, I love the idea of the extended arts like these, and also the full arts. That is something that Konami should have done a long time ago. Just in my opinion. Trap Dust Shoot, Secret, and then we have Magic Cylinder as the extended art. But also something that I love with this is that there's so many nostalgic cards in this. Like, for example, Trap Dust Shoot, that is heavily popular in Edison, for example. Magic Cylinder, that has always been one of the nostalgic cards. So, yeah. Platinum Gadgets, Sprite Star Secret Rare, and we have New Frontier extended art. We also are nearing us the time of the Danish Nets. So yeah, that is gonna be a hell of a journey as well. Lawfully Load, Ancient Gear Fusion, we have High Average Kirin, and Vanquished Soul Raisin, the extended art. I don't know, I like the original art more. I like the idea of this, but I am just a sucker of original arts. So yeah. Am I gonna play with the extended art version? Maybe. I don't know yet. River Stormer, Special Schedule, Ultimate Rare, Diviner of the Herald. We have Danger Nessie and Solemn Judgment. I like that. I felt like that they should. I can't remember. I don't know if they actually did it. No, they did not. I would like the idea more if all of the Solemn cards wasn't here, like Strike and the other one I can't remember. Solemn Warning. That would make me happy. Sign Reflector and Lulu Valid. And then we have Umbral Horror Masquerade. And Starlight Rare, the Winged Dragon of Ra. Or something. How you want to pronounce it. That is actually what I feel like is funny. Is the fact about that they always print the Egyptian god cards in sets like this and have not made them better or given them any support that makes them good in today's world. We have Heavy Polymerization, and then we have Castira Finria Collector's Rare. Yeah, it is Collector's Rare. Thespian Quartus and Machinix. I can't remember is this the one. I can't remember if this is the one that just got hit recently on the ban list. I think it is. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Chaos version. Yeah, Stake Your Soul Super Rare. Then we have Delta. That is one of the best reprints because of something like Kultun. Alright, we have Marksman King Tell and Infinite Impermanence. Really nice. It would be funny actually on the cards. Like, for example, on Trishula it's written in English. It would be funny to the flavor text here, or what you're gonna call it, if it was in English on every card. Just a word on each card. That would be funny. We have Lacrima, we have Arias, we have Garunix, Starlight, Rare Photon, Delta Wing, and Infernity Launcher. Pretty nice. I actually forgot that Infernity Launcher was in this set. But yeah. Castira Fenrir, we have Clockwork Knight, Masquerade, once again, Saronir, and Fossil Dick. Shout out to all the Dino players right there. The funny thing is, actually, I feel like that in Rarity collection sets, there will always be something for everyone in the set. Radiant Typhoon Vision, Gamma, Mikalis, and Mikanko Promise. Like, for example, we have Fossil Dick for Dino players, we have Wanko Soul reprints, we have Fiendsmith reprints. Just good stables to have. It gives everyone a chance to actually, you know, get into the game. But at the same time, I feel like that you should definitely, you know, you should think about that there's a lot of cards, like, for example, the Egyptian gods. Now we got Obelisk and Starlight as well. But for example, the Egyptian gods, like, if you are a child, you would love to have the Egyptian gods in this set. But as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, a competitive player like myself, like, yes, it's nice to have the gods once again, but it doesn't do anything. Side Reflector, Nightmare Princess. Really great. I would actually like that year more if the extended art. I love that we are guaranteed one in every single pack. It's not that. We have Primera, Starlight Rare, Lancia, and Starlight Rare Nightmare Edition back to back. That is just nice. But I would like that if some of the extended arts, like of course the full arts are not guaranteed, like guaranteed the same thing as QCRs, I believe. Sword Serpent, Marksman King Tell, Collector's Rare Albion, Saryuja, and a normal Obelisk the Tormentor. But yeah, some of the extended arts should be non-guaranteed. But yeah, I like the concept of it. But again, I just hope that Konami doesn't, you know, goes crazy with the... We have Dark Magician go. Nice. Goes crazy with the full arts, because that would just mean that... The problem with the full arts, and that I hope that Konami definitely, you know, think about, is the fact about that I hope that you will think as far and think into that, alright, we should not, you know, print them in every single set. We should not print like 1,000 of them or more. MST, nice. because then it will just end out being the same situation, just like the QCRs, for example, where okay, the value of the cards will just not be as big as hoped. Stake Your Soul, Ultimate Rare, Tatsunoko, and Eldritch the Golden. Like, for example, we can already kind of see it with some of the full arts in this set. When the set was released, cards like Dragoon was like 150 euro card. Right now it's down at like 70 euros. Dragon's Mind, Source of Concealing Light, Lordly Lode Starlight Rare, and Eldritch the Golden Lord Starlight Rare. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, as we kind of know, the value of Yu-Gi-Oh cards will just drop like a week after release of the set. So yeah, special schedule, and yes, we got it. The Dimension Shifter with the buy Starlight Rare. I actually bought one of these on Card Market recently. It hasn't arrived yet, so yeah. So it is kind of funny to just see the buy on the shifter. We have Nicholas. So I'm kind of almost spoiling myself. Ultimate Rare, Sprite Blue, 5 mana, and Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Not bad. But yeah, I like the idea of the shifter. Rocket Tracer, Urgent Schedule, Garunix, City, and another Trishula with the yes on it. Because yes, I will banish. I feel like that is the meaning behind it. But it's just a weird meaning to have written on the card. Because, yeah, it doesn't really do as much anymore. Trihorn Dragon. Isn't this like a short print Starlight? I can't remember. I actually believe that Trihorn is just an exclusive Starlight in this set. So, yeah. Really nostalgic card as well, so I like that. I like it a lot. Trihorn Dragon is definitely one of my favorite OG cards of all time. I enjoy some of the cards. Back then, when the cards was big scary monsters, and today we have this. With a Foolish Burial. But yeah, pretty much almost done with a box or so. I have not kept count, I've just opened up packs. Primera, Dark Machination, Dragon's Rebirth, and Ghost Mourner, and Moonlit Chill. The little chillers. But yeah. Sprite Starter, Tatsunoko, Skuldred, Ultimate Rare called Haunted, and Stand Up Centurion. We have another Sayuja. Then we have Iron Thunder, Collector's Rare, Heavy Pulverization, Frame Driver, and Swords of Revealing Light. But yeah, I don't know, guys. This set would definitely be more fun to open if we had a lot of the cards that... Whoops. Albion, River Stormer, Quick Launch, Collector's Rare, Maximum Thing, and Starlight Rare. Platinum Rare. Of course we get the Starlight Rare Trishula, because why not? Now we have a playset of him. Of course when I talk bad about him. Maybe I should just talk bad about cards and then I pull them. Scarred Dragon Archfiend, Bestial Despater. Then we have Lingerivo, City Glory of Horus, and Traptrix Sarah. But yeah, I feel like the Rarity Collection 5, it is a good set. It is a great set, actually, in my opinion. But it is also one of those sets where I feel like, personally, that, okay, I'm only gonna open up, like, a couple of boxes. Nothing crazy. The Medican Nation and the Ring Dragon of Raw, just a normal. Because that is the difference, and that is what I like most about the difference between Yu-Gi-Oh sets. We have the main sets, which is stuff like which is the stuff like, we also have the Newly limited White Rabbit. But there's stuff like the collector sets and the main sets, and that is why I like the difference between them. Like, for example, Rarity Collection 5 here, this is a collector set because you can collect some of the good Starlight rares, you can collect full arts. It is also good if you want to upgrade rarities for your deck as well. And then we have the main sets like Blazing Dominion, for example, and the newer one that we're getting is Chaos Origins. We have Battles of Legends, of course, but that is just a side set, just like Rarity Collection 5. So, yeah. Night Sword Serpent, Ultimate Rare. Then we have Platinum Rare, and Solemn Warning. Oh, they are actually in here. I forgot. I just talked about them earlier. That I would love if all of them were in here, but I'm just a bozo, guys. Iron Thunder, Yummy Surprise. Can we have a little surprise in this pack? No, we cannot. Okay. I like that. When I ask, can I have a surprise? Nope, you cannot. Alright, so around 5 packs or so left. It would be nice to end on a full art, basically. Side Reflector. Sprite Starter. Sprite Blue Collector's Rare. Side Reflector once again. And Reinforcement of the Army. So yeah, it is pretty standard. Pretty standard here, I'll say. Dogmatic Nation, Wrong Pile. Yummy Surprise, another surprise. Rock Tracer, Brendan High Spirit, and the Tour Guide from the Underworld. But yeah, I like that as a collector you can basically just open up some sets and collect the cards that you want from that. As a competitive player, you're kind of forced to sometimes just open up all the main sets. So yeah, Collector's Red Raptor Shoot, Driver, and Fateful Adventure. Alright, 4 packs left. It would be nice if we ended on a full art, but yeah, I'll take what I can get. Crimson Gaia, another Masquerade. Garunix Eternity. Collector's Rare. Snake Eyes, Doom Dragon, Pretty Memory, Starlight Rare. Every time that you see the Starlight Rare in the background, you're just like, huh, could I get a little full art maybe? Dragon's Mind, Sword Serpent, Marksman King Till, Platinum Rare Dragon's Mind, and Sky Striker Ace Ray. It's actually funny because we also pulled Rose, so yeah. Alright, second to last pack, we have Lancia, we have one of the Dark Lords, we have Sprite Blue, Ancient Gear Fusion, and Pot of Avarice. Or Avarice, or something, how you're gonna pronounce it. Alright, last pack. Can we end with a full art? That would actually be sick. Super Quantum, Stake Your Soul, Mission, and Neospatian Aquadolphin. So sadly no full arts in this bearing right here. And yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna open up this set again. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.